AustinLifestyles.com, 2009, Heather Ann here, and we have someone really special with us today from the University of Texas. She's also going to be on a panel asking the question, are women taken more seriously on the web? It's a really good question, actually, Carly.
Thanks.
Hey, so now you have a blog. I'm going to tell you what the blog is.
Sure, I have a blog where I cover popular culture, primarily digital culture, focusing on gaming and other aspects of web communities, and it's sparklebliss.com.
Cool.
And it's pseudo-academic. It's kind of part of the stuff, it's part of my research, but it's kind of at a parallel to that, so it's meant to be much more accessible and things like that.
Very awesome. Let's talk about what you're going to be talking about here at South by Southwest, which is, are women taken more seriously on the web? It's a great question. How did this come about, and what's been going on with that? That's pretty cool.
Well, Laura Roeder from Roeder Studios proposed the panel and organized it, and so I was brought in kind of as the token academic, but they wanted someone who has done a lot of work with websites and has kind of a public life on the internet, and so it was kind of an interesting mix, and it's a great intersection both of my academic interests and then my other professional interests, because I've blogged for a number of years. I wrote for Nerve for a while. I used to write for Common Sense Media, so it's an interesting intersection. It's definitely something I have a lot of opinions on, and I'm actually ambivalent about at the end, I think.
Really? So what are your opinions about it? Can you talk a little bit about it?
Sure, absolutely. I think there's ways that there are professional doors open for women, but I do think there's still an intense level of scrutiny, particularly with regards to physical appearance and things like that. I mean, we've all applied for jobs where they asked us to send a photo, which is really kind of, I think a really questionable practice. So looking at those kinds of things, I'm not sure that it has changed that much. And, at this point, the internet's so ubiquitous that we can't really think of it as a space separate from culture at large. So if we have sexism in culture at large, it's going to be on the internet.
Interesting question. So who else is going to be on the panel, if you don't mind me asking?
Sure. Blagitza Batlagero, whose name I'm sure I'm mangling, who's a consultant and who does a lot of work on branding and things like that. Laura Roeder from Roeder Studios, who organized. And then Karen Chu, who is she does design right now, but she does a lot of writing on gaming and things like that, and has a very kind of active public life online. So everybody had really interesting stories about their personal experience, but also just observations they've made in the communities they participate in.
Well, this video is going to come out after you actually do the panel, so hopefully you're going to be blogging about that.
Yes.
All right, at your website. And are you Twittering?
Yes, I'm also Sparkle Bliss on Twitter, so I'm easy to find.
Very easy to find. Okay, so we have Carly at sparklebliss.com, and of course at Twitter at sparklebliss. Thanks so much for this. I appreciate your time.
Thank you.
Thanks.